Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dietrich, and today we are test driving a 2016 Buick Cascada convertible. They were all convertibles on Pacific Coast Highway in Orange County, California, with the top down. And my friends, the question is this the best car in the world? And the answer right now is yes. Yes, it is. Look at that view. I hope you can see it. That is Crystal Cove State Park. For my money, one of the most beautiful beaches that one can visit. And this car is just great with the top down. I very much enjoy driving it. I've had a weird fascination with this car ever since it came out. It just seemed like such an odd decision at the time. Buick brought this in for the 2016 model year. This was the first model year they sold it. And like its main natural competitors, which would be like Lexus's IS hardtop they used to make, or the Volkswagen EOS, like those two had just gone out of production and weren't being replaced. And that's not because they sold out of them, it's because there was no market for them. There's some kids running around screaming somewhere. When you have the top down in a convertible, you're more attuned to your environment. It's nice. So Buick decides, you know what? We'll show them. Let's get that Opel Cascada that's already 3 years old from jolly old Germany and bring it over here and sell it as a Buick. That'll be good. And it is a good car, but it was not a good seller, and it's no longer on sale. But in honor of Bald Man Summer, where I'm only doing convertibles and old cars, I'm doing this because I always wanted to drive one of these things for some reason. And I love it. It's great. Is it the best car in the world? No, but it's great. I'm so happy driving it right now. It's a beautiful day. This is the whole point of a convertible. My favorite car I ever had was an old Saab convertible. And, you know, it's just fun. It makes life better on a nice day to have the top down and see the sights and everything else. Driving wise, this car is just fine. It's got a 1.6 liter turbo engine, 200 horsepower, 207 torques, 6-speed automatic, and it's plenty of power to just cruise. It's a cruiser. This is a cruiser. It's not a sports car. It's got a pretty comfortable ride. It feels relatively solid. You get a little bit of cowl shake and stuff because, you know, it is a convertible, but it's great. With the top down on a nice day. I have to say, with the top up, it's just an average car, honestly, because when you put the top up, you get less wind noise, obviously, and then you hear more squeaks and rattles, and it's just like ho-hum and average. And, you know, there's a lot of convertibles where with the top up or the top down, it's amazing, but this is one where the whole point of it is that it's a convertible. You know, this would be a great car to have if you could buy one on the cheap, which I don't think the market's that strong on them, so, you know, you might be able to. This would be a nice car to have as just like a second car in the garage, hooked up to a battery tender a lot of the time. And then when it's a nice day, when the sun's out and the temperature's nice, or when it's a nice evening, you know, you put the top down, you take it out for a nice drive, whatever. That would be a good situation to have this car for. As a daily driver, unless you could realistically drive with the top down 80% of the time, which technically I could in Southern California, I don't really recommend it as a daily, honestly. It's not, the space is not bad, it's pretty comfortable and everything, but just with the top up, it's just a little mundane with the top up. It's much more dramatic and fun when you put the top down. This vehicle is relatively well equipped. It has factory navigation system. The stereo is not branded in this one, but it is a pretty decent stereo. It has the Pacific Ocean right there. That's a nice piece of equipment. The controls do feel a little bit dated. You have this weird center stack with all these buttons right here. And then it is a touch screen, but for me, because I'm tall and I have the seat kind of back, I gotta lean forward to reach it, and that's probably true for most people who drive this thing. And then you can control some of the screen stuff with this center knob. I don't know why. So it's a little bit It's a little bit busy over here, but it works fine. I've been able to figure it out. No modern safety amenities to speak of on this particular model. Doesn't have blind spot monitors or emergency braking or other accoutrement like that. Stereo's decent, air conditioner works well. It does have a heated steering wheel and heated seats. No cooling seats on this particular example, but it is very comfortable, and it's blue. It's nice, smooth acceleration. Again, not a powerhouse of an engine, but it does what needs to be done. And I think it suits the car very well. The handling is better than I expected, honestly. I guess that would be the Opel genetics. I would say the handling is deceptively good. The ride is reasonable. Yeah, everything about this car is, it for what it needs to be, it does it perfectly well. This is a car that is what it is. And what it is a lot of fun on a day like this with the top down. And kind of mundane on a rainy night driving home from work with the top up. Then it's just kind of like, oh God, maybe I should have got a Regal. The funnier part's gonna be if I end up with a tan line on the top of my head like a skunk stripe from my GoPro Chinga, although I did put 50 SPF sunblock on, so perhaps that won't happen. Transmission shifts smooth still. 85,000 miles on this particular example. I would expect it to last a long time because General Motors cars run bad longer than most cars run at all. We have the lovely Pacific Ocean. All these extra expensive houses up on the hill, which are probably sort of inconvenient to live in, although beautiful. That's the Ruby's Shake Shack. I've always kind of wanted to go there, but never have, because it always looks like there's such a big crowd. Someday I'm gonna go there. We're coming up in a minute on a pretty fantastic view. See if we can dust this van. Oh, we dusted him, kinda. It doesn't have a huge reserve of passing power. Apparently it has 207 torque, but like it has an overboost function to 218. Okay, that view right there is just phenomenal. I hope it's coming through on the camera. I just love that. That little beach, the rock, the house on the top. The workers right here working on this fence or whatever they're doing. That's America, baby. America. California. Love it or leave it. Well, that's pretty much what I have to say about driving this Cascada. Thank you so much for watching the video. I do have a full review of it. I'll put a link to that in the description. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. Bye-bye.